Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Victoria and I'm a junior studying communications. Today we're going to be visiting some of my favorite off-campus spots that make the Tampa Bay area special. A short walk across the bridge from campus, you'll find Curtis Hickson Park. Located in downtown Tampa, it serves as a popular spot for concerts and festivals. Next door is the Tampa Museum of Art and Glaser Children's Museum. In addition, check out Tampa's Riverwalk, a downtown biking and walking trail that links 5 museums and 7 parks. Just a couple of blocks away is the historic Tampa Theater, a restored movie theater from the 1920s. Tampa's downtown business district, with 18 skyscrapers, is a great place for internships. From here, catch a trolley over to Ybor City, Tampa's historic cigar-making district. Along with lots of restaurants and music venues, Ybor offers a movie theater, museums, shops, and an active nightlife scene. In the mood for some shopping? Take a stroll through Hyde Park Village, an outdoor shopping district with high-end shops and restaurants. For a more traditional experience, International Plaza and West Shore Plaza are both within 4 miles of campus. All shopped out? Nearby you'll find beautiful Bayshore Boulevard, home to the world's longest continuous sidewalk. This 4.5-mile path is ideal for walking, running, or biking. And keep an eye out for dolphins and stingrays in the bay. Any hockey fans out there? The Amalie Arena is home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. In addition, the arena hosts over 150 concerts and events each year. If football's more your speed, come see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Raymond James Stadium. Just across the street is the spring training facility for the New York Yankees. Catch a game when they're in town. You can get close up to nature at Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo. Enjoy the tropical setting while viewing more than 1,200 animals ranging from tigers to chimpanzees and to manatees. Be sure to also check out the Florida Aquarium, an award-winning facility with 20,000 fish and aquatic animals from ecosystems around the world. If you're a thrill seeker, then Busch Gardens has you covered. This popular amusement park features 5 top-rated roller coasters and animal exhibits. We've saved the best for last. The Tampa Bay area has some of the most beautiful white sand beaches in the world. Clearwater Beach provides the perfect spot to swim, relax, and hang out with friends. Here we are, back at the absolute best spot in town, UT's campus. I hope you enjoyed getting a taste of what makes this area so exciting and that you'll soon join us here in the beautiful Tampa Bay area.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Tucker Whitman and I'm a junior marketing major here at UT. Today we're going to look at some of the highlights of our beautiful Riverside campus here in downtown Tampa. We'll start at Plan Hall. This historic building was opened in 1891 as the Tampa Bay Hotel and now serves as the main academic building here at UT, with 4 floors of classrooms as well as faculty and administrative offices. Next up, the Vaughn Center, the hub of campus life and activities. This multi-purpose building includes the campus bookstore, our primary cafeteria plus an additional food court, a theater, as well as offices and meeting rooms for student organizations. The Vaughn Center is also one of UT's residence halls, providing 5 floors of student rooms. Morsani Hall is another residence hall here at UT. In addition to housing approximately 450 students, this building offers another selection of eateries as well as a small grocery store. Now let's check out the Sykes College of Business. This academic building houses classrooms and faculty offices for UT's undergrad and graduate business students. This building also has a real-time stock trading room. Right next door is the Sykes Chapel for Faith and Values. This gorgeous interfaith chapel features a large main hall complete with a massive pipe organ, as well as meditation rooms and meeting rooms. Student healthcare is a major priority for us here at UT. The Dickey Health and Wellness Center is accessible to all students and provides high-quality services including basic medical care, counseling, and wellness programs. On the east side of campus, you'll find the McDonald-Kelsey Library. Here, students can learn from a large collection of books, periodicals, and digital databases. They can also take advantage of our numerous study rooms and computers. The Academic Success Center is another great resource for students. This is your one-stop shop for academic advising, coaching, and tutoring services. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just want to shoot some hoops, the athletic facilities here at UT are hard to beat. The Bob Martinez Athletic Center includes a large gymnasium, a weight room, and training facilities. In addition, the campus features an aquatic center open year-round, 6 tennis courts, baseball and softball fields, a 1,500-seat stadium, as well as a lacrosse field and intramural complex. Need a break from studying? Head to Falk Theater and catch a play. This 1,000-seat historic theater serves as a home for all major performances made by UT's Department of Speech, Theater and Dance, as well as special guests. This is one of UT's newest facilities, the Innovation and Collaboration Building. Here you will find UT's very own Starbucks. In addition, classrooms, cybersecurity labs, study lounges, and the Loth Entrepreneurship Center, designed for student entrepreneurs to launch their startups. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video tour of UT, we'd love to give you one in person. For more information or to schedule a campus visit, go to ut.edu.
I love being a Spartan. I love being a Spartan. I love being a Spartan. I love being a Spartan.
I love being a Spartan because I love Tampa.
And because of all the opportunities available for me here.
And because of the gorgeous campus.
Because the people are great, the campus is great, and there's a million majors to choose from.
And because of the large diversity of students.
Amamos UT por todos los amigos que hemos hecho.
And because even though we come from all parts of the globe, we stand as one.
Because everyone's free to be who they are.
For their support of veterans.
Because we're like one big family.
That's my second home away from home.
Because all the professors are really great. And everybody on campus is super friendly.
Because we found each other.
I love being a Spartan because the student body is as warm as the weather.
Because I hate snow.
I love being a Spartan because of the small class size.
And because of the amazing athletic training program.
Because of the College of Business.
Because of the banging UT music program.
Because we can build close relationships with our professors.
Because the marine biology program is great. Because they have a very hands-on film program. Because of the pre-vet program and the campus is fantastic.
Because the art program is awesome.
Because of the education program.
I love being a Spartan for intramural sports.
Because of cross country.
Because the men's lacrosse team is going to win a national championship. Let's go, baby.
Because I love being the mascot.
Because the swim team's awesome. Our coaches are great.
And we get to train outside year-round.
Because I get to coach one of the best lacrosse teams in the country.
Because they have our crew team.
Because of the women's soccer program.
And because there's so many awesome ways to get involved on campus.
Because of all the leadership opportunities, like student government or student production.
Because there's Dairy Queen on campus.
And because I get to decide who I am.
So why are you at PBA?
Because I wanted to be in a Christian environment.
Because I love the community.
A million opportunities for me to get involved.
I really find myself growing here in my walk with God.
Because Palm Beach Atlantic University is anchored in faith,
anchored in values,
anchored in truth.
We educate, mentor, pray for our students
so they can confidently
launch.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
Tommy. T-H-O.
Cece, glad you made it. Ricky wins again.
Oh, what is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
I love it when he
Nada. Nada. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada.
Amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because users are more entertainment and more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying more and more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8 with all AT&T unlimited plans. Get HBO for life. Only
Nada. Nada. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada. Like
T-H-O.
Cece. Glad you made it.
Ricky wins again. Oh, what is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
Amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment and more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8 with all AT&T unlimited plans. Get HBO for life. Only
Good afternoon from the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, the Tampa Spartans playing host to the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Connor Moore, as 9-3 Tampa, who is ranked number 5, takes on 5-7 Palm Beach in what is not only senior day for UT, but a Sunshine State Conference matchup with the Spartans being 2-1 in conference play and Palm Beach being 0-4.
Yeah, Bruce, you mentioned senior day. 9 Spartan seniors, arguably the best senior class in Tampa's Spartan women lacrosse history. Caroline Forrester, Rachel Crawford, Abby Kakagna, Sarah Bell, Allie Poplar, Paige Johnson, Garland Henderson, Megan Sengelman, and Rachel Lacey. Their achievements on and off the field, tremendous, both in the classroom and getting it done. They're 5th ranked. And for the Sailfish at Palm Beach Atlantic, Jason Schmidt, he has a young ball club, but they are on the rise. Take a look. Grace Bartlinski leads the team, 37 goals scored, the sophomore, followed behind Kiki Sinati. She has 28. But for the Spartans, this is a pivotal game in terms of conference standings, so a lot on the line on senior day.
And similarly for UT, they are looking to get back in the win column after their defeat on Wednesday night, 18-10, when they lost at Rollins. And for the Spartans, that loss snapped a 6-game winning streak. So they look to get back into the win column and hit double digits in victories on this 2019 season. And we are set to go. The Spartans going left to right here in this first half of play, wearing all white. Palm Beach Atlantic in their navy blue uniforms with white trim. And the starting goaltender down at that end of the field for Palm Beach Atlantic this afternoon is Abigail Naring. And of course, back down at the other end of the field for UT, it's Bridget Sutter getting the starting goal as the Spartans have the game's opening possession.
You mentioned Bridget Sutter. She was all Sunshine State Conference first team last year.
And here's UT working the perimeter in the opening minute of this game in a beautiful Saturday afternoon here in West Central Florida. What else is new? And a game time temperature of 87 degrees, although the Sailfish coming up from West Palm Beach, so not unaccustomed to this type of weather.
Yeah, and Bruce, this is only their 2nd year as a program over in Palm Beach Atlantic.
And they score!
Spartans waste no time out of the gate. What a shot that time. Yeah, Staley, she had 3 goals in the last game against Rollins, so she's leaving where she left off over in Winter Park.
And picks up her 28th goal of the season. And the Spartans with an early 1-0 lead as that goal comes just 1:05 into the contest. The goal is unassisted. Which will be between a pair of 25s out at midfield. Of course, Allie Poplar for UT and Grace Bartlinski for Palm Beach Atlantic. And Bartlinski at 5'11" seemed to win the quote-unquote jump ball with the 2-inch height differential, but the Spartans come away with it anyways. And here's another opportunity as down the field, that was Carly Vaccaro with a look, gave it to Poplar, to Swanson, and now to Maggie Gladden, who pushes it into the corner. And Staley pushes it behind the net to Rachel Crawford, one of the many seniors honored in the pregame ceremony, and that one's thrown away. And so Palm Beach Atlantic will get their first offensive opportunity now as Julia Del Carmen heads back down the other way. And giving chase for UT is Abby Kakanya. And now the Sailfish will look to get set up. That's Del Carmen behind the net.
Spectacular transition defense by the Spartans. Now Palm Beach Atlantic has to reset, work some half-field offense.
And Katie LeBlanc, hold on, there's a whistle. As she made her way through the slot. And a good crowd, by the way, on hand here this afternoon. And this is actually not UT's final regular season home game. They'll be in action again next Wednesday night against St. Leo, the university, not the actual Saint.
Yeah, St. Leo, 13-1. They have had quite the season, and that is going to be a pivotal final home game for the Spartans. Of course, they go to Embry-Riddle to conclude the season, but a lot on the line playoff-wise.
And here's Allie Poplar, and UT with a good look here. No shot taken, however, by Caroline Forrester as they send it in behind the Palm Beach Atlantic net. And now back out on the other side. Quick ball movement here by the Spartans on this possession. Looking to build on that early 1-0 lead, the goal that came at the 1:05 mark as Staley takes it back in behind the net, being watched by Abigail Naring. Back up top once again, this is Caroline Forrester. Forrester tied for second on the team in goals with 29.
Yeah, she chipped in too.
Pass in front. Oh, hit the crossbar. Caroline Forrester, a great look there. And turning around probably to thank the crossbar will be Abigail Naring after she outlets this one. She's looking for an open teammate and surveying her options, moving up more and more.
Fabulous pass that time by Sterrett to find the cutting, but unfortunate for the Spartans off the crossbar. And now 3.5 minutes in, tempo favoring the Spartans as PBA trying to get across midfield.
And now they finally advance it, and a whistle will be against UT, so play will carry on. Possession remaining with UT, or excuse me, with Palm Beach Atlantic.
Both teams have turned the ball over once so far, and defense getting involved.
And so the Sailfish go back to work offensively, working down in the corner, Kiki Sonati, and out in front, and Sutter might have gotten a piece of that one as the Spartans came out of the pack with it.
Yeah, the Spartans well aware. Sonati, she has 28 goals. You see the triple team on defense. Credit the Spartans causing the turnover.
And now it's put back in play as the Spartans bring it up the field on the far side in front of their own sideline, quickly across midfield. And a pass connecting as Danielle Waters brings it up. Now for Claire Swanson. And the Spartans work it around once again as Staley, the goal scorer, takes it in behind the net and out the other side. Kristen Staley still with it. Her pass misses, and Claire Swanson able to pick it up. Swanson on the move. And she's being checked by Alyssa Yates, who kept up with her, and now Claire Swanson has the stick knocked out of her hand as she made the break towards the net, and you heard the whistle.
More on Danielle Waters. What a freshman campaign she has had. She's third on the team in both ground balls and fourth in caused turnovers with 21 and 14 respectively.
And a free space opportunity here for Claire Swanson. Scores! Claire Swanson goes 5-hole on Naring, and UT's lead goes to 2-0.
And that is the 30th goal on the year for Claire Swanson, now in firm control of second on the team. And she just is too good in that situation. One-on-one battle, and she wins.
Goal coming 4 minutes, 48 seconds into the first half. And so UT increasing their lead. And the Spartans, make no mistake, they can score goals. Averaging almost 16.5 goals a game in 2019. And now the ensuing draw for UT, that was Lizzie Pierpont. And it seemed as though Palm Beach Atlantic was going to gain control, but here come the Spartans once again. There's a shot, they score! That is Lizzie Pierpont, and it is 3-0.
Yeah, exceptional play right following the Spartan second goal. Wasting no time, Pierpont enters the game off the bench, and she has a dash to the net. She wins the battle. Spartans 3 goals in the first 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Spartan goal scored by number 16, Lizzie Pierpont. The assist to number 13, Rachel Crawford.
How about that? Rachel Crawford, the senior, gets the assist. Put that ball right on the money. Pierpont, a few steps away, takes care of business.
So UT giving the fans who are here to watch Senior Day some early reason to celebrate as a 3-0 lead in just over 5 minutes of play. And now ensuing draw, still no one with possession, and the official calls it, and the Sailfish will get another opportunity here offensively.
Imperative sequence right now for the Sailfish to respond because the Spartans' offense is clicking at the moment. They need to equalize that with this possession.
And the Sailfish to this point, granted we are only 5.5 minutes into the game, but only one shot on goal for the visitors. And now back come the Spartans. On the run is Sarah Bell. Takes it over the Sailfish line. And a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be called against Palm Beach Atlantic.
As we get a whistle, taking a look, the Spartans have defeated the Sailfish in the only 2 prior meetings between the 2 teams.
And they're still sorting this out down in the field. The Spartans taking advantage of the delay to make some personnel changes.
Yeah, that's official Alexander Thompson with the call. He's joined by James Sullivan and Leanne Frankowick.
And now they look like they're just about set to resume. 2 officials with just a little more conversation. And umbrellas in the crowd because of the beautiful sunshine here this afternoon. And now after some discussion, it looks like they're going to award possession to Palm Beach Atlantic after all instead of UT.
Yeah, that was a bang-bang play. Not too sure what the discussion was about, but PBA, after committing their 3rd turnover, gets it right back with the Spartans committing their 2nd.
They play it back to the goaltender, Naring. As now she's going to be watched very closely and under some pressure from Paige Johnson. And they're going to call that one against UT. And so Naring, with another chance, outlets it up ahead. And it looked like it connected initially with Julia Del Carmen, but hold on, a ground ball, and the Spartans pick that one up. Crawford sends it ahead. Paige Johnson dropped it, now scoops it up, juggles it, and Del Carmen takes it away. Some sloppy play as the Sailfish try to start back. And now they cross midfield. On the move is Anna Lascaris. She needs help, finds it. And watch out, Del Carmen's going to be pressured there. 2 Spartans on her. As both Staley and Aaron Sistek were pressuring her. And play carries on as the 2 work in the Spartans' end of the field. They take it all the way in behind the UT net. Quick little pass there as it's in the far corner and lost. And possession remains with PBA. This play restarts and an opportunity here. No shot as it's knocked free. And another whistle stopping play. We are 7 minutes, 29 seconds into the first half. The Spartans in a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and how about the underclassmen for the Spartans? We saw the 3rd goal. It was the 14th of the year for Lizzie Pierpont, but PBA looking to get on the board.
And there's a shot. Sutter with the save and covers up. Nice job of not leaving any rebound for Palm Beach Atlantic to take advantage of it. A nice pass there as Paige Johnson is off to the races. Johnson has it knocked free, and they're going to call the Palm Beach player for getting the stick up as Johnson resumes. And her pass connecting now. UT on the move here as a pass inside from Kosubinski doesn't connect, but a whistle.
Yeah, I think Carly Vaccaro that time got hit in the face with the stick, so all of a sudden Spartans 8 minutes into this game could take a 4-0 lead.
And she shoots, and a kick save there by Naring. Some sloppy play here as finally Naring pulls it down and outlets it. Watch out, Lauren McNeil right there on Olivia Warner. And the Spartans are making Palm Beach Atlantic really have to work to get it out of their own end of the field.
Yeah, the Spartans are winning the transition battles. We see an interception all off the errant pass, and here come Tampa, led by Kristen Staley.
And Staley with a move, shoots, scores! Kristen Staley gets the turnover and converts. And UT in a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, Kristen Staley, the sophomore, her second of the game, 29 goals on the season. What a play. And now to get a quick word from AT&T, because just okay is not okay.
The new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment and more spokespeople. Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8 with all AT&T unlimited plans. Get HBO for life. Only
I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Connor Moore at the Nemoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. And a timeout as we are 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the first half of play, and the Spartans with a 4-0 lead. And the Spartans have made their shots count. They have scored on 4 of their 5 shots on goal. And Palm Beach Atlantic having trouble getting things started here.
Yeah, we are only 8.5 minutes into this ball game. We have already seen 9 turnovers and 12 fouls on the field today, but the Spartans, they've magnified their opportunities, up 4-0 right now, and we're seeing the transition turn into offense. And the Spartans are simply right now on a mission. They're coming off the loss to Rollins, but at this point in the season, they're preparing for playoff mode.
Well, these are two teams whose programs are in very different places. The Spartans enjoying this tremendous 2019 season where they're ranked number 5, which is the highest in program history. And as I mentioned, the winning streak that was ended on Wednesday night, but a Palm Beach team that you mentioned is a young program in and of itself, not to mention a number of underclassmen.
Yeah, I think Palm Beach Atlantic deserves a ton of credit for what they've been able to do in the 2 years they've been in the Sunshine State Conference with the women's lacrosse program. And Jason Schmidt, he's done a fabulous job getting underclassmen to come in and make an impact. And this is a promising sight to see over in West Palm Beach for the Sailfish, because for years to come, they're on the rise and they're competing at a high level with some of the best teams, not only in the conference, but in the country.
And at the same time, tons of credit due to Kelly Gallagher for the tremendous job that she's done here at UT as this women's program has gotten better and better year after year. And they're seeing the fruits of her labor here in 2019, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, a 9-3 overall one-loss record. And as we talked about, a very important Sunshine State Conference matchup today, because they are still hanging around at 2-1 in the conference. And
absolutely.
Still more games coming up against SSC foes in their final 2 games of the regular season after today, as the timeout has ended and we're ready to resume play here with the draw at midfield between Grace Bartlinski for Palm Beach Atlantic.
And you highlighted it earlier, Bruce. What a crowd we have for Senior Day. Arguably the best senior class in program history. And I'm excited for the 8 o'clock game between Lynn and Tampa, the men's program. That'll also be a Senior Day as we're back in action here.
And that was Lizzie Pierpont on the draw for the Spartans. As you see it controlled by the Sailfish. They take it down, send it behind the UT net. And now it's sent over to Kiki Sonati. Sonati, a freshman from Pasadena, Maryland, in behind the UT net. Being watched closely back there. Abby Kakanya with good pressure. Now in front, and someone deflected that one. Either Kakanya or Sutter may have gotten a piece of it, but now Bridget Sutter is going to settle it down, and she outlets here on the near side to Sarah Bell.
You're right, Bruce. It was Kakanya, Bell, and Sutter all colliding to make that play, but now the Spartans on the move with numbers.
Kristen Staley on the move. Staley cuts back to the middle. Staley weighing her options, sends it over for Carly Vaccaro. Picks it up, sends it behind the Sailfish net. Back there is Rachel Crawford. Crawford looking in front, has a cutter, can't get it to Maggie Gladden. And now calling for it was Lauren McNeil, but instead it's sent back to Staley, who sends it up top. Vaccaro pushes it over to the other side. And now working that slot is Maggie Gladden. Nothing there. Pushes it in the corner. Crawford in behind the net. Playing catch back there. Vaccaro over with Staley. Staley, some aggressive defense there by Brooke Schock for Palm Beach Atlantic. And UT still working here as there's just now 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And this is Maggie Gladden backing up. Spartans having to work a little harder on this trip down. There's a shot, they score! Carly Vaccaro, as Palm Beach Atlantic seemed a little more present defensively that time around, but the Spartans were still able to solve it.
Yeah, what a play drawn up by Coach Kelly Gallagher that time. Just when the Sailfish think the Spartans are slowing it down and taking a breather, they come with a quick hitter that goes right to Vaccaro off the curl, and she takes care of business, penetrating the middle, and the Spartans up 5-0.
Spartan goal scored by number 11, Carly Vaccaro.
And now we'll get a pair of 25s out there on this draw as Allie Poplar coming out to face Grace Bartolinsky on this draw. And draw controls actually very close to this point. The Sailfish, 3 of the 5.
And for Vaccaro, she leads the team with 38 goals. She had 2 in the last game against Rollins, so her offense obviously something difficult to stop for opposing defenses.
Caroline Forrester on the run. Forrester to Claire Swanson. Swanson with plenty of room. Back to Forrester, and can't get the shot off. Nice play defensively by Kate LeBlanc. And there's a whistle stopping play as there will be a free space opportunity for Caroline Forrester.
Yes, Spartans pushing it down the field and simply outrunning the Sailfish now. Can Forrester add to the Spartan total?
And here comes Forrester shooting, scores! Caroline Forrester converts on the free position attempt, and the UT lead inflates to 6-0.
Yeah, Caroline Forrester, the senior, collects her 30th goal of the season, and she's so deceptive when she gets an opportunity like that. The double pump fake, and then already so deep into the heart of the crease of the Sailfish, she takes care of it from there. And play Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, the Spartans looking good in the first 10-plus minutes.
Looking very good, as we have not even reached the halfway point of the first half. And a big lead here early on against Palm Beach Atlantic.
And we say it time and time again, we've seen plenty of comebacks, cannot get comfortable, know the Spartans will continue to press on. Here we go, Claire Swanson
on the run to Vaccaro, and Forrester was in the slot, they didn't see her. And now it's over to Maggie Gladden.
Spartans setting it up, working it around the perimeter.
Staley in behind the net. And Crawford starts her move. Crawford looking as Maggie Gladden gives it to her. Gladden as 2 defenders collapse on her, and she sends it over to Swanson and to Vaccaro now. Back in behind the net, Kristen Staley going to work. And sends a pass out on the far side as Forrester will move it back up top. Swanson to Poplar to Maggie Gladden. Gladden being watched there and going one-on-one against Brooke Schock, and a whistle there. And that one looks like it might be against Ashlyn Weston of the Sailfish.
Yeah, Tampa doing a terrific job spreading out the field and getting the Sailfish out of position.
So Maggie Gladden here after the call against PBA. Sends a pass in behind the Sailfish. Now the pass back out in front and missed. And picking up the loose ball, no, Rachel Crawford. Seemed like she was going to be opportunistic as the Sailfish watched it roll by, but a ground ball results in the Sailfish taking over, and back they come. And again, the Spartans aggressive as Gladden trying to chase down Lindsay Heffler. And give UT credit, they're up 6-0, and they're still playing as though they're playing from behind literally, which is when you see them chasing like that. So credit to the Spartans players for not resting on the heels of a 6-0 lead. And in front, there's a shot that goes over top of the net as Bartlinski had a good look at the net.
Spartans have been operating beautiful offense. Even the looks that they do not convert, the opportunities are there, and the transition, to your point, all over the place on defense.
Sonati to Heffler. Heffler takes a shot, scores! Lindsay Heffler, the 5'1" freshman, ducked underneath Allie Poplar. A distinct size advantage there as Poplar is 8 inches taller, but Heffler used her size or lack thereof to her advantage and was able to get in front and beats Bridget Sutter to the far side.
Yeah, that's her
sailfish on the board.
That's her 12th goal of the season, and it was really an incredible play because the Spartans defense was there. It took an individual play that time to get Palm Beach Atlantic on the board. She split defenders and ultimately made a great shot bottom left corner, and the sailfish on the board.
And so Poplar and Bartlinski will go head-to-head once again here on this draw. The official getting them set. And that one pops way out and chased down and picked up by Claire Swanson. Yes, she finally controls on the far side. And Swanson being watched closely there by Chanel Nasir. And Maggie Gladden with it now for UT. Here's Kristen Staley. And now in behind the net, Crawford out in front. There's a shot, they score! Carly Vaccaro as the Spartans answer quickly after the first sailfish goal. And UT restores their 6-goal lead at 7-1.
Yeah, Carly Vaccaro, she is something else that time. You see her walking her defender in just to make an immediate cut to the net. And from there, when she gets a step, so difficult to stop. And she is on a mission as we see a meeting now in the crease between the Palm Beach Atlantic defense on how do we stop this high-octane Tampa offense right now.
And the Sailfish, in case you're wondering, do have another goaltender on their roster. And with the first half not even at its halfway point, you do have to wonder if at some point head coach Jason Schmidt will consider a change or not. As it's Caroline Forrester on the run. UT looking for more. She crosses the Sailfish line. Forrester still with it and carries on up the middle and now puts the brakes on as she'll send a pass in behind the net to Rachel Crawford. Crawford pops out with a pass in front. Shot and a save made there. Naring, hold on, she drops it and now picks it back up. And Abigail Naring with some anxious moments there. And finally works to advance it out of her own end of the field.
And again, even though the Spartans did not score, that was Maggie Gladden within inches of the Palm Beach Atlantic goal that time. And got to give credit to the goalkeeper that time. That's a heck of a save by Naring, try to propel her team, get back on track.
And this is trouble if you're head coach Jason Schmidt, seeing your team having this much difficulty.
And look at the one-on-one press defense by all of the Spartans and an interception there. It's basically a defensive clinic at this stage, and the Spartans transition. They're so good. Here we go.
Waters ahead to Caroline Forrester, and two Sailfish back in time. They score. No, hit the side of the net. And as I was saying, you're right. They just way too much difficulty getting it out of their own end of the field. And you saw it there with the turnover caused by Waters. And now again, there's an outlet pass as having trouble with it was, well, now this is Nasir. Hold on, there's a whistle on the far side.
And Bruce, what an atmosphere. This is a Spartan team that loves playing defense. How often do you see teams only worry about offense? They are all over the Sailfish here, and we saw time and time again just the Spartans continuing to get stops. And we'll get a quick word from Krispy Kreme. They're serving hot donuts now.
back. You see the teams in a timeout on their respective sidelines. And Connor, it wouldn't surprise me if on the Sailfish sideline, head coach Jason Schmidt is talking about exactly that, about this difficulty that they're having getting the ball out of their own end of the field, because it does result in desperation passes that turn into UT possessions, the turnovers, and the turnovers are only 6-5, meaning that Palm Beach Atlantic has 6. The Spartans have caused 3, but when you're behind by 6 goals, every possession is needed, and you can't even get possession started if you can't get the ball out of your own end of the field.
Definitely. It's 2 different huddles right now for the Spartans, and Coach Kelly Gallagher continue to play defense. That's what allowed them to turn it into offense and score 7 goals. And if you're right now Jason Schmidt and Palm Beach Atlantic, this is a young team, but they have been in this position time and time again, and it's continuing to learn to fight through adversity and win on the road. This is a team that will be good in years to come, and give them a lot of credit for how they are staying competitive and fighting in this game against a talented Spartan team. But in their own right, they're giving it everything they have, and it's nice to see.
Well, and credit the Spartans that they are still focusing on defense, because you can get carried away when you're winning 7-1 and say, I want to add to the goal parade and only think about offense. When you see your teammates scoring, all of a sudden you want to do the same thing. So the fact that they are remembering that they have to take care of business in their own end is a credit to the team buy-in, that they understand that you have to play both ends of the field. And the Sailfish on the move here as it's quickly brought down into the UT end. That's Bartlinski for pass over for Del Carmen.
Yeah, Bartlinski has been the primary offensive catalyst for the Sailfish, but the Spartans deserve a lot of credit for keeping her out of her rhythm.
LeBlanc sends it in behind the UT net. Back there is Sonati. Sonati under close watch of Alexis Scadillo. And Sonati having trouble breaking free. And now looking for an open teammate in front. It's called for. Shot scores! Kate LeBlanc was calling for it and got the pass and puts it in behind Bridget Sutter. And the UT lead cut to 7-2 now. That goal coming 15 minutes, 19 seconds into this first half.
And for Kate LeBlanc, that is her 13th goal on the year. And out of the timeout, how about Coach Jason Schmidt with a nice 1-2 punch? That time you saw Sonati operating the X position and a series of cutters, and eventually LeBlanc, she was the third option, emerges open. And the Sailfish trying their best, but now 14:41 in the first half, get back in this game.
And so Lizzie Pierpont will step in against Grace Bartlinski now on this draw. And the official over talking to Coach Schmidt on the far side of the field, and that conversation was done. So now we're ready for Bartlinski and Pierpont to take this draw. And now the official is satisfied, blows the whistle, and the draw is controlled by the Sailfish. And here comes LeBlanc. Her pass to Sonati and drops back for Yates. Here comes a shot from Bartlinski. Goes out of play, and possession remains with Palm Beach Atlantic. And putting it in back there will be Julia Del Carmen.
And that was for Bartlinski, her first quality look in just north of 15 minutes. But for the Sailfish, they need to get her going.
Good defensive play there for UT by Erin Sistek, although Palm Beach Atlantic able to hold on. There's Bartlinski again. Sends a pass behind the net. And closing the door for UT defensively, sliding over was Lizzie Pierpont, but the official calls against her, and so now a free position attempt, albeit from a bad angle for the Sailfish, as Shayna Rogers sends a pass in front and knocked down, although Palm Beach Atlantic still controls. Katie LeBlanc had it knocked from her stick, as this is Del Carmen. Del Carmen on the run, takes a shot, Sutter with a save, and it's played right back to her as the rebound bounced right to Abby Kakanya. Hold on, some trouble in the goal crease, and now Sutter Gets it over to Scadillo, and she'll be chased. Alexa Scadillo is going to have 2 players on her from Palm Beach Atlantic, but she's able to get it ahead. And here's UT on the run, led by Lizzie Pierpont. Pierpont has a little bit of room and tries to exploit it, and the defense closes up as a pass is sent over to Crawford. Now down low to Carly Vaccaro. Pass in front, Maggie Gladden scores!
How about that? Spartans sharing the ball. Vaccaro, she had a look, but she passed it to get a better look to Gladden. And Maggie Gladden gets the 8th goal of the game for the Spartans. And we've been talking about all game defense, the head on a swivel defense to get that stop. They do it, and the Spartans translating it into quality offense.
And a head on a swivel at the offensive end, too. The great awareness to see who's where, and the great passing that you saw that leads to the Maggie Gladden goal. So just a great play from one end of the field to the other by the Spartans in transition there, as they're able to convert. Spartans and the lead to 8-2.
Spartans are successful right now because of their unselfishness. Right now, at this stage, the Sailfish focusing in on 1 or 2 specific players, but once those double team comes, that opens up other cutters. And for the Spartans right now, it's an offensive outburst at the 13:03 mark in the first half.
Well, Pierpont and Bartlinski were set to take the draw, and then a last-minute substitution for Palm Beach Atlantic. And so now we're ready for that draw at midfield instead. And here they go as the official backs out. There's the whistle, and the ball is out, chased down, and still not controlled. And Claire Swanson will run it down for UT and sends it ahead successfully to Pierpont. Her pass up ahead, dangerous, does connect with Rachel Crawford on a bounce. And now it's in behind the Sailfish net. Megan Sengelman looking for some room. Sengelman looking for an open teammate, gives it to Vaccaro, to Maggie Gladden. And now Pierpont pushes it behind the net. Rachel Crawford back there out to the other side. Lauren McNeil to Vaccaro, to Kosubinski, and back to Gladden again, who we just saw get the 8th UT goal, as the Spartans are in a 6-goal lead with just over 12 minutes left here in the first half.
I like what Kelly Gallagher is doing here, slowing the game down, and then just when the Sailfish get comfortable, hit them with the quick hitting cut.
Vaccaro on the move, has some room, takes a shot, and a save made there by Naring, and a bunch of them jockeying forward in front of the net as it rolls out of play, and possession will go to Palm Beach Atlantic.
Sailfish showing some defensive prowess there, colliding on Spartan attackers and now crossing midfield. Sarah Vernelli.
And if you just joined us, a very balanced UT scoring attack so far this afternoon. 6 different players have goals, as UT has been in control of this one since the word go. And here's Palm Beach Atlantic, and losing the ball on her way to the net was Lindsay Heffler, who does have one of the 2 Palm Beach Atlantic goals. And the whistle stops play, as now a free position attempt for her. And she holds up and pushes it in behind the net. Sonati wide open in front, scores! Wow, Kiki Sonati, good patience, and outlasted Bridget Sutter. And so the Sailfish, resilient.
Yeah, she comes back with the crossover, working the X position, curling around the left side of the net. And for Sonati, her 29th goal on the season. And all of a sudden, we still have a lot of time left in the first half here. Palm Beach Atlantic starting to rally a bit. But for the Spartans, they've played so well collectively. Expect to see them continue to share the ball and press on defense.
And Connor, you talked about the young program and Jason Schmidt assembling this roster, and has, for all intents and purposes, scoured the country to put this team together. A number of states from the U.S. represented up and down the Palm Beach Atlantic lineup.
Yeah, what Schmidt has done with the building blocks of starting a program, instrumental right now, because this is going to be a program that will contend for championships in years to come, without a doubt, with this young talent.
And Lacrosse started to play, and now Sonati being watched there by Abby Kakanya, so she sends a pass over, and now working behind the net is Del Carmen. Del Carmen, a nice defensive switch by UT, gets it over to Rogers. Rogers to Heffler. Heffler slips, and taking advantage of that, the Spartans, some pressure by Lizzie Pierpont, and picking up the loose ball and heading the other way is Sarah Bell. Bell on the move to Gladden. Maggie Gladden has some room, and a defender slides over to slow down Maggie Gladden, but hold on, breaking through, taking a shot, and Naring with the save. Great opportunity there for Lizzie Pierpont, and now Naring with the quick outlet pass to Lascaris.
Speak volumes about that transition offense by the Spartans. They had a 6-on-4 number advantage and got a quality look with Pierpont.
Shayna Rogers, and a nice play there by Alexa Scadillo. Does she cause a turnover? No, it's controlled by the Sailfish as Heffler has it, and in traffic, she's bumped. They'll call that one against Scadillo, and play carries on. Sailfish looking for more. This is Shayna Rogers. Rogers has it knocked free, but behind the net, no. Her teammate Sonati unable to pick it up, and the Spartans in the right place at the right time as they push it ahead as the pass connects right up near midfield with Danielle Waters. And quickly, here comes UT once again. On the move, a nice play there. Oh, a kick saved by Naring. Spartans get the rebound. Crawford, hold on, a whistle. As we're down to 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in this first half, and a reminder that when we reach halftime, the audio portion of our broadcast will go silent. Do not adjust your viewing device. You will still see video on your screen. Just set a timer at that point for 10 minutes to be back in time for the call of the second half. As we have a free position attempt here for the Spartans. Take and scores! Rachel Crawford.
Rachel Crawford, the senior, the sniper on senior day. What a play that time, going upper left corner. And just when Palm Beach Atlantic was starting to gain some momentum, the senior capitalizes and gives the Spartans a 6-goal advantage.
Rachel Crawford with her 14th goal of the season. And Crawford already had 2 assists this afternoon. So she's up to 42 points on the season.
And what a game, Bruce. 12 goals, and we have not even played 21 minutes. Offense here at Namoli.
Well, there have been a few glimmers of hope for Palm Beach Atlantic, and then the Spartans have managed each time to just burst their balloon. As you see here, restoring the 6-goal lead again. And possession here awarded to UT as Claire Swanson brings it up. Swanson, a casual jog to her right, pushes it back behind the net. And working back there, Megan Sengelman. Sengelman looking for a white shirt in front. Continues to hold on. Sengelman, and now a pass that connects, and Naring with a nice save there on Caroline Forrester.
Yeah, fabulous look that time from Sengelman. She drew the double team after Forrester set the pick, and then Forrester rolled right to the net, had an exceptional look. Now the Spartans defense looking to get another turnover.
Well, the difference I'm seeing here is that the last time down, Naring very quickly transitioned after the save and was able to make a pass. That time there, she held on to it way too long and gave the Spartans time to get set and be present and position themselves defensively to potentially get a turnover. So on those saves, the Sailfish have to be a whole lot quicker in transitioning and getting the ball moving out of their own end and across midfield.
Yeah, like what the Spartans are doing. They're essentially daring Naring to make the throw, and everything is covered in terms of down the field. So the Spartans now in half-field defense, head on a swivel.
But keep in mind, though, the longer this game goes on, the more that the heat becomes a factor, and the longer that there's this wide a gap on the scoreboard, Spartans may let their guard down a little bit, and that's when you want to exploit maybe some fatigue and push that ball out a lot quicker and go get yourself another scoring opportunity down the other end of the field as you see it turned over here.
Yeah, that's a marvelous point. The beauty of competition. Each team has a series of runs in them. Spartans right now looking to extend on a current one.
Carly Vaccaro on the run. Forrester scores! Caroline Forrester with her second goal of the game on a terrific play as Carly Vaccaro sets her up right in front. And the Spartans score again and take their biggest lead of the game as it's now double digits for UT on the scoreboard as they hope to get to double digits in the win column. 10-3 our score with 7 minutes 20 seconds left here in the first half.
Holy cow, how about the conditioning by the Spartans now in double digits? But you saw a defensive stop, and in the split second, they had 5 attackers against the Sailfish 3 defenders, so they're going to win that battle more often than not. But for the Spartans, up 10-3 right now, 7:20. Look to continue building on these transition defense of stops. They have been propelling them thus far.
And we have a pair of 25s again on this draw. Grace Bartlinski and Allie Poplar, and the Spartans in control again. Quickly, Claire Swanson bringing it down right in front as Crawford behind the back scores!
Oh my, that's a premier play behind the back action. That electrifies the Namoli faithful.
A tremendous play there. Rachel Crawford with a highlight reel goal, and the Spartans with a big lead now, 11-3 with 7:12 to go here in the first half as Claire Swanson picks up the assist. And so how about that highlight reel goal?
Wow, I mean, she was uncontested, so that allowed her to give the old behind the back a why not opportunity, and she converted that time. That is one of the plays of the day around the country.
And Rachel Crawford now enjoying a 4-point afternoon with 2 goals and 2 assists. And on the draw, Claire Swanson, a nice basketball-style move there to pull that one down as the Spartans looking for more. Caroline Forrester wide open and Naring with the save as she went break out quickly, and they try to as Lascaris carrying it and has to send it back. And now trying her hand is Gwen Shehorn, and she gets it across midfield. 2 Spartan players on her, 3 players on her. And they do call it in favor of the Spartans. And so UT, this game in danger of getting out of control quickly here. As UT in an 8-goal lead. And here comes Claire Swanson, although she's going to be chased by Shayna Rogers. Swanson switches hands. Swanson down the middle, takes a shot, scores!
Everybody getting involved for the Spartans now. It's been an offensive collage. And at this stage, Spartans doing so much on the defensive end, and it's equating into excellent offense.
And Connor, the Spartans have scored 12 goals on 19 shots. And to show you how accurate they are today, they've only had 2 shots off goal. So just a tremendous afternoon.
Yeah, and the statistics right now, Palm Beach Atlantic 9 turnovers, Spartans 6, but the underlining message, 19 shots on goal for Tampa, only 6 for the Sailfish. So Palm Beach Atlantic has gotten into Spartan territory. It has just been the perimeter defense of Tampa that has held on strong, and on the other side of things, they have outlasted the Sailfish getting down the field, and they've gotten quality looks, sharing the ball. Exciting atmosphere right now on senior day for the Spartans.
And a different look here for the Sailfish as it's Anna Lascaris on this draw. And Claire Swanson again. Here she comes for UT. Swanson and a pass to the goal line, and now back to Allie Poplar. She takes a shot and Naring gets a piece of that one, and Maggie Gladden able to get the rebound. Carly Vaccaro with it now. To Forrester. Over for Poplar, one of the many seniors honored before the game on senior day here, as Crawford sends it over to Swanson. Maggie Gladden looking. Gladden holds it. Now sends it to Vaccaro. Vaccaro and Gladden cross. And it's back to Maggie Gladden. Gladden looks in the middle. Forrester is bumped. And they'll call that one against Lascaris. So a free position attempt here for Caroline Forrester, who already has 2 goals this afternoon. And 31 on the season. She and Claire Swanson remain tied for second on the team in goals. Forrester scores! Up over the right shoulder of Abigail Naring, and the Spartans scoring almost at will here
Forrester,
as they are running away with this one. Caroline Forrester getting her 3rd goal of the game.
How about a hat trick for the senior? And Bruce, to your point, the Spartans continuing to do what they do best, and that's share the ball, and that gets lapses in the defensive movements. And as a result right now, Spartans in the driver's seat.
Well, and by rule, because of this margin, we have a running clock at this point as it clicks down from 4:42 left in the first half. A 13-3 lead for UT, and we're not even at halftime. And the Sailfish, 9 turnovers. And they need to stop the bleeding here at this point.
As we see Allie Poplar looking to take the draw control for the Spartans. One of the 9 seniors on this team. And not only how they play, but how they get along is so impressive. This is a team, you don't see this type of continuity amongst most collegiate athletes, whereas they are always on the same page, knowing where they're going to be and when, and that helps a lot in terms of creating offense.
It's pushed into the corner now, and taken in behind the net by Vaccaro. Carly Vaccaro down underneath the scoreboard, starts her move out. Vaccaro open in front, scores! Carly Vaccaro gets her 3rd goal of the afternoon, and it's 14-3 UT.
Again, Vaccaro loves working that left side. That's her 2nd goal, and almost the identical play to her 1st goal, where she just loops around and curls so swiftly to the net, and at that point she's at her dominant side. And she finds the net, and the Spartans tacking it on. 14-3, got a football score right now.
Indeed, and for the home fans, this makes senior day even sweeter, and it makes sitting out in the 87-degree weather more tolerable, as it's been a virtual clinic of sorts here by the Spartans. As Allie Poplar steps in once again against Kate LeBlanc. And a big hand for Garland Henderson as she comes on the field, one of the seniors honored pregame here on Senior Day. And so Kelly Gallagher having the wherewithal to make sure that those players from that ceremony get an opportunity to see the field here this afternoon, as the official still not ready for this draw, and now set and blows the whistle, and it's not pulled down. Finally, the Sailfish come away with it as Bartlinski pushes it up ahead. There's a pass to a streaking LeBlanc, who dropped it, and Henderson fighting for the ground ball, and it's picked up by Kakanya as possession is awarded to UT, and Abby Kakanya starts it out. Kakanya pushes it across midfield to Maggie Gladden. Gladden up ahead, fakes a pass, cuts to her right, and will carry on and push it behind the net. And a pass right out in front, Kosubinski, nice save there by Abigail Naring. It's been a long afternoon for her in goal, but at the same time, she's had some key saves for the Sailfish. Otherwise, this could have been way out of hand. And Naring credited with 9 saves already in this game. It's been a very busy afternoon for her. As you see UT here again after another turnover. Carly Vaccaro has some real estate to work with. Vaccaro, a pass in front, scores! Maggie Gladden with her second goal of the game.
Gladden gets the goal, but that was all Carly Vaccaro, because she had a shot in her own right, but she elected to pass it up, give it to Gladden, and Gladden takes it from there as we're just over 1 minute left in the first period. More on Garland Henderson, see her get in the game. Not necessarily talk a lot about her on the field, but what she's done off the field, just spectacular. She's been on the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll 3 consecutive years. Expect her to be on it again, the senior campaign, and what she's been able to do as a leader in that locker room for a lot of these young Spartans, getting them right on the money, and now the Spartans firm control 15-3.
Lascaris and Poplar as the clock down to 31 seconds now. Remember, at halftime, the audio portion of our broadcast will go silent. You will still see video on your screen. Do not adjust your device. Just set a timer at that point for 10 minutes to be back in time for the call of the second half. As the Sailfish bring it down, will they get one final shot off here before halftime? A ground ball battled for between Rogers and Henderson. And possession to Palm Beach Atlantic. 8 seconds left. Let's see if they can get a shot on goal. And not a good one as it rolls out of play. And the clock is going to wind down anyways. And so we are at halftime with the score UT 15 and Palm Beach Atlantic 3. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the call of the second half. And back here with you at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. Ready to start the second half here between the Spartans and the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish. And a big 15-3 UT lead up on the scoreboard. And speaking of big, our temperature has grown even more from a game time temperature of 87, now at 89 degrees. And Connor, the Spartans have been exactly that, red hot this afternoon in the first half.
Yeah, Bruce, 6 Spartans in multi-goal games only in the first half. Taking a look, Caroline Forrester and Carly Vaccaro, both with a hat trick. Rachel Crawford, Maggie Gladden, Claire Swanson, Kristen Staley all have 2.
And interestingly, and an opportunity, Megan Sengelman scores!
The senior.
10 seconds into the second half. Keep in mind, we're on a running clock now, but I looked right as the ball went in the net, and it was just 10 seconds in. And you're right, one of the seniors honored before the game, and a nice occasion for her as she's honored before the game, along with 8 other teammates. And now she gets the goal as UT's lead expands to 16-3.
Yeah, something you love to see there. The 3rd goal of the season for Megan Sengelman and the Spartans. That was a play that they orchestrated right out of the gate, and the Spartans pouring it on 16-3. As we see now taking the draw control, it will be another senior, Allie Poplar. And more on Sengelman, another Sunshine State Commissioner's Honor Roll. 3 straight years, freshman, sophomore, junior.
And a ground ball there. I was going to say, interesting to note that there are no changes made at halftime as it relates to goaltending. And I say that from both sides of the ledger because you would think that for head coach Kelly Gallagher, she might say, okay, job well done by Bridget Sutter in the first half, but let's thank her for her time and give an opportunity to one of the other goaltenders to get some playing experience. But at least thus far, and again, we're only not even 2 minutes into the second half, it is still the same 2 girls that started the game in goal for both teams. So Bridget Sutter for UT, and at the other end of the field, Abigail Naring.
And the Spartans again with another goal. How about that? I believe it's Caroline Forrester just sliding right into position. Her 4th of the game. And what a senior day it has been now. 33 goals on the year. Caroline Forrester.
A very memorable day for her and memorable career, memorable season. Forrester with a terrific 2019 campaign. And as you mentioned, she now has 4 goals to bring her to 33 on the season. And she's up to 36 points. So a very balanced attack as UT has gotten offense all up and down the lineup, led by Forrester with her 4 goals. And now Allie Poplar out for this draw.
And we see for the pass, Kristen Staley, what a beautiful dime that time to find the cutting Forrester, and the Spartans looking to add on, winning the draw control.
There's Swanson looking for more. Swanson cuts in front, scores!
Swanson with the left. That was a thing of beauty, working from the right side, slashing middle, and finishing the job. The exclamation point, Claire Swanson. She has a hat trick now. So, Bruce, everybody continues to get in this action for the Spartans.
What's her 100th career goal? Congratulations, Caroline.
So we see Caroline Forrester gaining recognition, her 100th career goal. Bruce, talk about what a career and an achievement that is.
Indeed, and putting an exclamation point on her career, and at the same time, let's not overlook Claire Swanson, who's having a big afternoon with 3 goals and 2 assists. And updating her season total, Swanson 32 goals, 40 assists. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, 32 goals and 11 assists for 43 points. And the Spartans working once again here offensively as Crawford changes hands and now leaves a flip pass for Sengelman, who drops it Picks it back up in a whistle. I believe that was off ball. And we are in a running clock as the Spartans are in a 14-goal lead and a free position attempt here for Megan Sengelman. And Sengelman already has 1 goal this afternoon, looking for her second in this one-on-one against goaltender Abigail Naring. Opts for the pass instead. It's dropped by Poplar, and there to back her up, Caroline Forrester. And Forrester slowing it as she's being covered closely there by Lindsay Heffler. And here's Poplar. Thought she had a little bit of room and now backs it up and sends it over for Swanson. Claire Swanson in the slot. Swanson, and that lane closed up. She outlets to Forrester. Sengelman pushes a pass. It's knocked down, picked back up by UT. That's Swanson with it on the far side. Claire Swanson puts her head down, has some room to work with, scores! Claire Swanson's 4th goal of the game.
Yeah, she joins Caroline Forrester in what has been a gargantuan offensive prowess for the Spartans, scoring at will at this stage. And what's been most impressive, though, is you look at the assists. Vaccaro, she has 3 goals, but 3 assists. Swanson, 4 goals now, but 2 assists. Crawford, 2 and 2. Gladden, 2 and 1. Staley, 2 and 1. The Spartans have assisted on 9 of their 19 goals, so sharing the ball at a premium right now.
And Connor, let's face it, this is what UT hoped for as it relates to that disappointing loss against Rollins on Wednesday, falling 18-10. That's one of those ouch that smarts, and it had ended what was a 6-game Spartan winning streak. So they needed something big here this afternoon. Obviously, with so many families of players on hand, they really wanted to do it upright, and they've certainly delivered on that, as it's a 16-goal lead with 23.5 minutes to go, and I think it's safe to say the game.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there, with the Spartans, of course, suffering their 2nd loss to Rollins at Winter Park. This is a huge momentum swing mentally as they prepare for St. Leo and Embry-Riddle to conclude the season.
And the Spartans not taking their foot off the gas here, Connor, as they're certainly in a position where there's lots of lacrosse left to play, so they can't just sit on the ball and run out the clock. But at the same time, they're showing no signs of letting up on the attack here as we get a whistle.
And to your point, what coaches love about this time is they get to try out some new formations and sets that they don't ordinarily go to in games like this, just to take a look and see what works. And with the playoffs obviously nearby, it goes a long way. As the
Kosubinski, the free position attempt, and bounced that one that Abigail Naring handed easily.
Yeah, nice stop by Naring on the short hop.
And now Palm Beach Atlantic throws it away.
Yeah, Megan Sengelman with the on-ball defense causing the turnover. Spartans regain possession.
And mental mistakes that head coach Jason Schmidt will have to work with his players to clean up. As UT back to work here offensively, a ground ball, and a bunch of them battle for it. And coming out of the pack with it was Lauren McNeil as she sends it over to Kosubinski. And now we see Mallory Wines on the field as she gives it to McNeil and over to Sengelman. Sengelman with a nice little move there. And it's in behind the net as Staley pushed it to Crawford, and now they work it to the other side and back up top once again to Maggie Gladden.
Palm Beach Atlantic playing with a lot of pride right now. Obviously lopsided scoreboard, but this is a young team on the road continuing to fight.
Wines down low to Crawford. On the other side to Staley. Staley, who all the way back 1:05 into this game started the scoring. And now here's McNeil. 2 defenders on her, and Palm Beach Atlantic, how about that? Able to cause a turnover. Hold on now. And Staley gets the rebound. Oh, what a save there, as Naring got her stick on that one and sent it over top of the net.
Miraculous save by Naring that time, just to get a piece of it.
And I mentioned it before, it's worth repeating that even when a goaltender gives up 19 goals, you can still say that she's had quite an outing, as evidenced by, to this point, the 10 saves that she's been called upon to make.
And you're right about that. This lead could be even more if she was not making some of these primetime saves.
Well, she's also benefited from, to my count, at least 1 crossbar and 1 goal post. So yes, exactly, Connor. This score could have been tremendously out of hand. if it wasn't for the work of Abigail Naring and the pipes behind her. As we get a whistle there, although the clock obviously will continue to run. And so a free position attempt here again for the sophomore Kayla Kosubinski. And she opts to shoot and scores! Kosubinski makes it 20 in beating Naring low to the stick side.
Spartan goal scored by number 5, Kayla.
And the Spartans just pouring it on.
Yeah, Kosubinski scored in the last game against Rollins, adds to her consecutive total, and she also chimed in 2 assists. She's played sort of a second fiddle role, but speaks volumes to her adaptability and her willingness to put the team first and not worry about individual performance. And the Spartans right now collectively playing tremendous lacrosse, and this is what everybody wants to see from the Spartan perspective. For Palm Beach Atlantic, still playing hard, giving it everything they got.
And in case you're wondering, no, this is not Tampa's highest one-game total for the 2019 season. They scored 24 on March 30th in a victory against Young Harris. And they did also have 20 goals back on February 21st in a win against Limestone.
Yeah, and what a job that Kelly Gallagher has done. She's going to get a lot of accolades for this season, of course, as well as some of these players for their contributions. But this is one of the best teams in the country, and we're seeing that at full display tonight.
And Anna Lascaris for Palm Beach Atlantic looked at the official like, are you kidding me? These two are swinging their sticks at me, and I didn't hear you even start the play yet with your whistle.
And that just speaks about the aggressive nature of the Spartans. They've been everywhere with these double teams.
And now here comes Staley. Kristen Staley, aggressive towards the net. And another whistle. And it looks like Kristen Staley is going to get a free position attempt here.
And like you've been saying, Bruce, Spartans not taking their foot off the gas pedal. They're playing hard till the finish right now, trying to pour it on.
And Staley looks like she's intending to shoot. She does already have 2 goals and 1 assist in this game. And here's the showdown. She bounces it, and Naring did get a piece of that one as it goes out. Possession remains with UT. They put it back in quickly. And here's Lauren McNeil with it to Mallory Wines, and over to the other side. Kosubinski pushes it back behind the Sailfish net. Staley and Naring went out to chase, and they could have exploited that, but she's back in time as UT continues to work the perimeter. Kosubinski right in front, Sengelman, and Naring may have gotten a piece of that one as it rolls free, and the Spartans pick up the loose ball. Lauren McNeil continues to play now. Over to Kosubinski. Quickly a pass into the corner. And they've got the Sailfish running defensively. Palm Beach Atlantic having to chase, and the Spartans, Kosubinski saw the hole close up awfully quick.
Yeah, Bruce, the Spartans have amassed 36 shots, 31 of which have been on target, on goal. How about the accuracy by the Spartans' offensive attackers?
And by the way, in the meantime, UT has finally changed goaltenders as Taylor Sisk is between the pipes. And here's Kosubinski, and that one didn't even get through. A nice job defensively by the Sailfish to deny her that opportunity as Sengelman has it. So she did only have to make 3 saves, but let's also credit Bridget Sutter for the work that she did put in this afternoon as she gets a well-deserved rest. And now it's Staley, and behind the net another whistle there.
And for the Spartans, they've possessed the ball. 17 draw controls, only 9 for Palm Beach Atlantic. They've forced 13 turnovers, only committed 6 in their own right. And at this stage, as we have a whistle, the Spartans will retain it at the X position.
And Palm Beach Atlantic is going to have a different look when they go down the field and they see Taylor Sisk, who is only 5'2". Granted, Bridget Sutter is only 5'4", but now less of the net is covered. So let's see how the Sailfish respond when they finally get an offensive possession. And another whistle as a push called against Palm Beach Atlantic. And so UT getting everything going their way as Kristen Staley puts it back in play.
Spartans have orchestrated beautiful offense all game long. It's been the cutters without the ball, cut to the lane, have an opportunity to get the ball, and with the Spartans' passing ability, it has been on full effect.
And Naring, nice job in knocking that one down. And there you see the quick transition that I called for, the outlet pass that connected with Olivia Warner as they cross midfield. Lindsay Heffler, nice job by Palm Beach Atlantic to advance that time as they cross the UT line. Here's Sonati. And calling for it in the middle was Heffler. She didn't see her. And instead it's Lascaris. And Lascaris being watched closely there by Sarah Bell. Lascaris still with it. And Lascaris very patient here. Call it stubborn if you will, but she's waiting for an open teammate. And now decides that is Grace Bartlinski.
And you really cannot blame her. The Spartans defense has everything covered.
Bartlinski, look at her. One-on-one there against the close watch of Rachel Lacey. And now the Sailfish send it down to underneath the scoreboard. Is being chased is Shayna Rogers. And that one's going to go wide. And it won't quite roll out of play as two players chase it down. And winning the battle was Kiki Sonati. Sonati, a pass in front. Lascaris and the save made there. Good job by Taylor Sisk.
Kudos to the Spartans defense. They have dictated the tempo all game long. And for Palm Beach Atlantic, that was one of their better looks of the game, but the Spartans holding strong on the interior.
And for Taylor Sisk, all 5'2" of her, a little piece of confidence for her in making that save.
Yeah, only 5'2", but showing off that wingspan there, getting to that ball.
In front, Sangelman scores! The other end of the field, quickly the Spartans answer back as Megan Sangelman gets her second goal of the game.
Yeah, and she has doubled her season output today. What a senior day it has been, Bruce. Such a fun atmosphere. Glad to have you with us. Bruce Wozniak, Connor Moore, Tampa Spartans TV. And with that, we'll get a quick word from Pepsi. They have been serving fun and refreshment for 100 years. Take it away, Charleston Charles Sabathia.
Tony, T-H-O.
Say. Glad you made it.
Ricky wins again. Oh, what is this place?
Iowa. Only with maximum Pepsi taste and 0 calories.
Whoa.
And we're almost ready for the draw here following that UT goal. Although standing out at midfield, Lizzie Pierpont. The official, I think I need someone to oppose me on this draw, don't I? So, not a willing participant from the Palm Beach Atlantic side, as the clock has stopped with 13:13 left, and the Spartans, there must have been a call against the Sailfish, because UT in possession now, and they have it deep in Palm Beach Atlantic territory is Kristen Staley behind the net, and that one is knocked down. And so Palm Beach Atlantic with an opportunity here, and the Spartans, look at 3 of them, and a nice job by Chanel Nasir as she advances it single-handedly across midfield and now across the UT line. Caroline Forrester giving chase, and there's a pass that connects with Shayna Rogers, and all over her defensively, Kylie Yang. And no shot opportunity for Rogers, so she pushes a pass out. And now it's Bartlinski. Going down was Garland Henderson. Play carries on for the Sailfish. And a bad angle, so Sonati has to take it in behind the net. Now comes out in front, takes a shot, and Sisk may have gotten a piece of that one, as it's going to roll out of play on the far side of the field. Possession remains with Palm Beach Atlantic. Exactly 12 minutes left in the game, 21-3 in what sounds like a Tampa Bay Buccaneers score, but women's lacrosse here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, it has been all Tampa Spartans
Yeah, Spartans playing with a ton of class right now, playing hard to the finish regardless of the score, with the utmost respect for Palm Beach Atlantic, and it's been a tremendous senior day for the 9 seniors on this Spartan roster.
It's worth noting that we're 18 and a half minutes into the second half, and Palm Beach Atlantic has yet to get on the scoreboard this half. They were outscored 15-3 in the first half.
And we had talked about it at halftime, the Spartans and their ability to just play defense. This is a team that loves defending, and that is the beauty of competition, as defense turning into offense.
Kristen Staley scores her 3rd goal of the game. And the hard-working Spartans just not giving up, and as I said before, not letting off the gas. And another one to the back of the net as this lead increases to 22-3.
Bruce, this is a dangerous team. This is a team that no team wants to face in the postseason. They are deep, they are collective, they are unselfish, they are everything that this program resembles, and what a job Kelly Gallagher has done building this team. Sky is the limit as they have a 22-3 advantage.
And unfortunately for Palm Beach Atlantic, coming into today, I had mentioned that overall they entered the game on a 5-game losing streak, but 2 of their last 4 losses were 20-goal losses. They lost 22-2 against Rollins 2 weeks ago, and last Saturday, so it's been bad for them playing on Saturdays. Last Saturday they lost 26-6 to St. Leo, and now they find themselves trailing UT by 19.
Yeah, it's been a season of which they've had to identify who they are. Only 2 seniors, only 4 juniors. A team that is up and coming, still trying to identify who they are in conference play. And the Spartans operating again deep in Sailfish territory.
Anna Bush sends a pass to Rachel Crawford. And you see the freshman Hannah Bush with an opportunity for some playing time here. Forrester giving it over to Hannah Bush, and she's on the move. Gives it back to Forrester. That one closes up quickly, and she has to retreat. Forrester looking for some help and sends it back over to Bush. Now she'll lob it down behind the net. That's Bonnie Sofer, another freshman, and Rachel Crawford with it now. Flips a pass for Swanson. Claire Swanson, opportunity, bounce shot, scores! Claire Swanson, what a game that she's having today. And for Swanson, that is goal number 5 on the day to go with 2 assists.
Yeah, and only taken 5 shots. She has not missed when she shot. Talk about efficiency. It has been that kind of day for Tampa.
And there's that 20-goal margin that I talked about, as the score is now 23-3. And of course, we've been operating under a running clock for quite some time now. So down to just 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game, as the Spartans are well on their way to their 10th victory of the season.
Yeah, and Bruce, how about this? We have seen 24 Spartan players see action today. This has been an incredible team performance, top to bottom.
And interestingly, Palm Beach Atlantic had started the season 5-2. They won their first 2 games, lost their next 2, and then won 3 in a row. So this 5-game winning streak comes at the wrong time, for sure.
And we'll get a quick word from Mr. Empanada.
Now. No. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada. Light.
And a reminder that UT's next game will be on Wednesday night here at home against St. Leo, a 7:30 face-off. If you're in the West Central Florida area, by all means do come out and support the team in person. Otherwise, that game, of course, will be shown here. And if you're watching from a Palm Beach Atlantic standpoint, thank you very much. Your team's next game will be the last of the regular season. They'll get some time off as they're not active again until 1 week from today when they play at home against Florida Southern, a 4 p.m. face-off on April 20th, as the teams are back and ready for the draw following the 23rd Spartans goal. And this will be Allie Poplar opposing Grace Bartlinski on the draw.
And Bruce, to update those standings, Rollins was at St. Leo earlier today and defeated the Lions 16-11. So taking a look at those conference standings, Rollins improves to 4-1, St. Leo 2-2. So that game we will be covering Wednesday will have a lot of importance for how the conference standings wind out.
And you saw the collision there as Anna Laskaris puts it in for the Sailfish, and now Bartlinski having trouble picking it up, and Garland Henderson able to come out of the pack with it. She races across the Sailfish line. Henderson wants to get a shot away, does, and hits the side of the net, and the fans thought she scored. As play carries on, the Sailfish work to get it out of their own end. That's Julia Del Carmen crossing midfield, and Bartlinski ducks under a check. Bartlinski a pass in front. Here's an opportunity. Oh, and sailing it over the top of the net. Kiki Sonati was one-on-one there against Taylor Sisk and shot too high. And now play quickly resumes. The Sailfish knocking on the door, and that one goes wide. As going down to the field was Shayna Rogers.
And Bruce, you know the Spartans want so desperately for Garland Henderson, the senior, to perhaps score her first collegiate goal. What a sight that would be.
And the fans thought that she had it there as they all rose to their feet. But it hit the side. Oh, a collision there. Ouch. Down goes Anna Laskaris, who took a shoulder from Sarah Bell. And wow, what a gamer Laskaris from over on the other coast in Stuart, Florida. She bounces right back up.
Yeah, great opportunity for her to cash in.
That was quite a collision, and now here she is already set to go on this free position attempt. And Laskaris, oh, what a save by Sisk. And I'll tell you, I've noticed Anna Laskaris working awfully hard this game, and that's going to hurt even more for her on the bus ride home on such a lopsided score. And the whistle goes there right as Bonnie Sofer was about to take the shot.
Yeah, the Sailfish have competed, and their effort has been exceptional all game long, giving it everything they have as we wind down under 6 minutes to go.
And a hometown product, freshman Bonnie Sofer with a free position attempt here for the Spartans, and the save handled there by Abigail Naring. And quickly come the Sailfish, Chanel Nasir pushes it up ahead to Sonati. Sonati on the run as the Spartans try to get back defensively, and play breaks down. The Sailfish an opportunity, they score!
Bartlinski gets her 38th goal of the game. Finally on the scoreboard, lead operator for Palm Beach Atlantic, but what a job for the Spartans. They go almost 55 minutes, keep her off the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it took them 24 minutes into the second half to finally get a goal, period, from anybody, meaning the Sailfish. So it was 15-3 at halftime, and the Spartans had scored the first 8 goals of this half to inflate the lead to 23-3. And now Bartlinski gets her 38th goal of the season to make it 23-4.
Yeah, Bartlinski, sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland. 38th goal in the year, only a sophomore, so when she gets to be an upperclassman next season, expect her to continue to lead this Sailfish unit.
Well, and even Kiki Sonati, who came into this game with 67 points in 12 games, so 5.5 points a game she was averaging, and held to 1 goal and 1 assist in this one, has another opportunity for PBA in front, and Sisk may have gotten a piece of that one as it rolls out of play. And let's see what they call it in terms of possession here. It is going to stay with Palm Beach Atlantic. as we are down now to just 4 minutes left in the game. No, they actually give possession to the Spartans. And so Taylor Sisk puts it in play.
And how about this? Sutter played 35 minutes, had 3 saves. Sisk 20 minutes, but she's already got 4 saves. So her work in the net, spectacular for the Spartans.
Mallory Wines, and a pass there converts, and a whistle as Hannah Bush was looking for a shot, and a call against the Sailfish.
Obviously still 3:30 to go, but if the score were to hold, Sailfish would not lose by 20. It's a 19-point ball game.
Well, right now Hannah Bush wants to have something to say about that on this free position attempt, and denied as Naring makes the save. A ground ball, however, as the rebound wasn't controlled, and the referee there to blow that one dead, as possession will remain with UT. Megan Sengelman will put it in play. And Megan Sengelman with 2 goals this afternoon, and a tough angle here on the free position attempt, so she sends it behind the net, and now it's pushed over to Kosubinski, and another whistle by the official on the far side of the field. And the clock continuing to run as we're in the final minutes of this game. And a memorable afternoon for 9 players who were honored on Senior Day here before the start of this game. On-field ceremonies with their parents, the coaches, flowers, photographs, and new memories for those players as they get set to wrap up their collegiate careers. And a ground ball here, another whistle, and possession will remain with Tampa.
Truly a special occasion. Everybody who was a part of it, moments that will last a lifetime. And reminder, 8 o'clock tonight, the men's senior day. They will host the Lynn Fighting Knights. Be sure to tune in, tampaspartans.tv.
That was on the ground. Wine sent it over to Kosubinski, to Crawford, now behind the net. McNeil over to Sengelman, and now to the near side, Mallory Wines. Her pass up top with Bonnie Sofer, and Hannah Bush absorbs a check from the other number 7, Kate LeBlanc. And now Kosubinski pushes it into the corner. Holding it in the far corner is Rachel Crawford. Crawford has 2 goals and 2 assists. Works her way behind the net, a pass to Sengelman. Down to now just 80 seconds left in the game. And will the Spartans get one more? There's a pass in front, picked up by the Sailfish. And able to carry it out is Shanil Nasir. And Nasir sends a bounce pass over to Yates. Alyssa Yates on the run, her pass up ahead. This is Julia Del Carmen looking in the slot, sends a pass over, connects with Shayna Rogers, and she's being taken out of the lane by Natalie Spanik. And the Sailfish in front, they score! Kate LeBlanc with 45 seconds left.
For Kate LeBlanc, her 2nd goal on 3 shots. And the Sailfish fighting till the end, and they score their 5th goal of the game as we have 30 seconds left.
And on the season for LeBlanc, that's 14. But this one was decided a long time ago. And pardon the pun, but it's academic at this point as we wind down the final 15 seconds of the game. And UT is going to walk away with a lopsided victory.
Yeah, 9 Spartans score, 9 seniors, senior day, and the Spartans win 25-3.
And they don't even get the draw as the horn goes to end the game. And so the Spartans, by a final score of 23-5, up their record to 10-3 overall in Sunshine State Conference play. They moved to 3-1. And for Palm Beach Atlantic, a long afternoon as they drop their 6th straight game and fall to 5-8 overall in the 2019 campaign. And unfortunately for the Sailfish and their fans, they go to 0-5 in Sunshine State Conference play. So a long bus ride back to West Palm Beach for them.
Yeah, the Spartans, they caused 8 turnovers. The Sailfish had 16 overall. Spartans had 8. Spartans had 44 shots, 37 on goal, and 23 found the back of the net. And a team effort today for the Spartans as they look to move on Wednesday, where they will face the St. Leo Lions. Should be an interconference clash.
And led this afternoon by 7 points from Claire Swanson, 5 goals, 2 assists, followed closely behind by Carly Vaccaro with 3 and 3. This one was all UT. The final score, the Spartans 23, the Sailfish 5. For Connor Moore, I'm Bruce Wozniak. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.